Hello, Libra. Welcome to our Moon Divine Tarot, and thank you for joining me for this reading for the week of May 29th here. So, we are starting with the energy that you're being asked to bring into balance this week. You have the Chariot showing up, shadow side up here, okay? Now, what I'm seeing is that you are wanting to, you have decisions to be made, okay, about which way you're heading. You're wanting to embark on this new journey, leaving something behind, but there is something that keeps holding you back, all right? Now, double Chariot energy, you're going to charge forward ultimately, okay? This change is coming, okay? But there is some introspection that needs to happen before you do that over here, okay? Now, what the Three of Wands wants you to do is look deep within. Well, let me rephrase that. The Three of Wands reversed wants you to look deep within, okay? The Three of Wands is a card of exploring, seeing what's out there, right? Looking at different options, different experiences, even travel sometimes, okay? But the reversal over here, okay, is telling me that there's something that you need to understand deep within, okay? This is further reinforced by the Hermit showing up here. Now, the Hermit is showing up reversed as well, okay? So actually, interesting. So all of this is reversed other than the Chariot. Okay, so that's telling me for some of you this transition might even be forced upon you, okay, because the Chariot over here is energy that's coming your way, okay? So here's the thing about that energy. It's like if you are not deciding, if you are not making any choices right now and you're not deciding to charge forward, the decisions are going to be made for you, okay? So there's this need to get very clear within yourself about what it is that you want to do and what you're willing to take on, because otherwise you might be forced into a path that you don't even agree with. All right. So, okay, make sure that you are taking that look back, figuring out, hey, this is what I don't want to repeat. Hey, this is what's not serving me. This is what I don't like. Okay. And this is actually is what I want to head toward. Okay. Now with the Chariot, sometimes there is this charging toward things that we might even be unclear of, right? Like maybe you don't know your exact destination, okay? But there's just this sense of knowing that the journey and the road will eventually lead you to where you need to go, okay? I'm getting that very, what's that saying about, it's about the journey, not the destination, okay? That's really coming through here, okay? But there is something that you need to have a better understanding of within yourself, okay? Because that's what the Hermit is doing. I'm getting that you've been working on that, okay? You've been trying to assess that because the Hermit did show up reversed, but like choices over here, okay? The Lovers over here reinforces that it's an energy of you not making up your mind. The Lovers card it's balance, it's communication, it's a very fluid, adaptable energy, and the reversal over here is saying that you are not willing to adapt, you're not willing to take that first step. So there's this need to ask yourself why. If you're scared of charging forward, what is it that you're scared of? If you are not trying to make any choices, why? Okay, are you comfortable? Some of you might actually, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? Some of you might have difficulty making those choices and you'd rather have the world decide it for you, right? So I mean, this may seem like a silly example, right? But for example, it might be like, well, I'm gonna let my company decide whether they fire me or not, and then I figure out if I'm gonna apply to a new job or whatever, right? Like that kind of vibe is what I'm getting. All right, so all right, let's see what else do we have here. You have rest, you have budget check, you have music, and you have slow down. Interesting. So 2 rest and 2 slow down. And I'm really getting this in the needing to figure out what it is that you want. Okay, so like that rest and slow down, maybe you have been caught up in the grind, or maybe you feel like you've been, I'm getting okay. Well, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm getting those lyrics, like the good news is that we went a long way, the bad news is that we went the wrong way. Like that's really what I'm getting here, okay? So it's almost like you charging forward, kind of rushing in some direction, like getting caught in the grind, getting things done over here, okay? But it's like, is it where you want to head? Okay, because there's this energy of maybe you've been heading in a direction that that isn't about you, right? Like that's why there's this need to look deep within and figure out what it is that you want for yourself. So with rest and slow down, I'm getting that as before. Once again, I don't know, I'm just getting like you really being like you really being pushed in certain directions. Okay, kind of like I said, back to this could be like the energy being perpetuated of you once again being pushed in the direction that the like I don't know, that the out energies outside of you, right? So it's like, do you like that? I mean, because if you like that, cool, and if that's working for you, great. Okay, but it's like this one time or this chance, you're getting a chance to break that cycle, to actually take a little bit more ownership of where it is that you want to head. So there's this need to slow down and rest and really think about what do you want, what, you know, deep inside makes sense for you, so that you can head toward that. And the chariot over here promises you success. Okay, like if you want to embark on something, like you can succeed at it, but you have to want it, right? I'm getting, you have to make the decision to say, actually, this is what's good for me. So, you know, you also have budget check and music over here. For some of you, I'll start with this, like music can just be, I don't know, meaningful to you. Yeah, didn't I get like a couple of, I feel like I got a couple of lyrics here. Okay. For some of you, you might even be musicians, or you might be using music as an outlet. Okay. You could have messages coming in through music. That's just something else, you know, that you might want to keep an ear out for. Okay. And then with budget check, you might just need to check your accounts, make sure that everything's okay, you know, that you're not giving any companies any free money, that kind of thing. All right. Or you might just need to balance, you know, your spending over here. So that is what I have for you this week. If anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can always leave me a like, a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and best wishes with all.